What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fourth and Goal Sports Show. I'm your host, Tyrus Filson. Like I said, Patrick Mahomes does it again. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs have now won yet another Super Bowl. This is the third Super Bowl for Patrick Mahomes and the guys. No surprises. No surprises throughout the game. Throughout the game, from start to finish, I I had it in the back of my mind. Patrick Mahomes. What can I say? First quarter, they shut him down. Second quarter, they were shutting him down. Third quarter, starts to pick it up a little bit. And fourth quarter, he turned it on at the perfect moment. Overtime, clicking on all cylinders, got it done. So the 49ers throughout the game, they're like, oh yeah, we're here. We're here. Yeah, we're not backing down. We're here this time. You beat us the first time a few years ago. It's our time now. We're here. That's how the 49ers came out. And from the jump, I could tell the 49ers meant business. But I hate to say it, but if you came into this game betting on the 49ers, I think personally that you let what you wanted to happen dictate what you decided to think was going to happen. There's no feelings in this game. Remove the feelings and call it what it is. What you want to happen, leave that to the side. The analytics supported it. And common sense, quite frankly, the Chiefs were going to win this game. Mahomes is on a different level. Patrick Mahomes, let's call it what it is. He's the new Tom Brady. We are witnessing another dynasty, folks. We had the Patriots dynasty from back in the day. 6 rings. Now we are witnessing the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce dynasty. Dynasty. And as much as people hate it, I think that this makes the game more interesting because I feel like it almost gives more validation to the team that can take the three-headed monster down. Who can take this team down? They're the big dog going into next season. They were the big dog going into this season. They are now the first team in over 19 years to win the Super Bowl back-to-back. Last team that did it, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, way, way back then, 19 years plus, right? So the Chiefs now break that milestone and they do it. It's official. They are a dynasty. They are a dynasty. And it's just amazing how poised and disciplined this team was throughout this game. You started off shaky. You started off undisciplined. You started off making tons and tons of mistakes that just aren't going to put you in the best position to win, right? We saw certain players lose their composure. Travis Kelce lost his composure, got into some arguments, some heated moments with Andy Reid. Um, little conflict there, right? And it just looked like they were discomposed, disorganized, and the 49ers had their number. That's how it was feeling at a certain point in that game for many, but not for me. Not for me because in the back of my mind, I knew Patrick Mahomes plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. The team that has Pat Mahomes, you can book it. They're going to have the best chance to win. The team that has the better quarterback usually is going to have the best chance to win. But not only that, we're not talking about just any quarterback. We're talking about a legendary quarterback, the best in the game right now, one of the best all time, Patrick Mahomes. And you saw at the end of the game when it was time for Brock Purdy to step up, he couldn't do it. We've been hearing all this stuff about Brock Purdy, right? We've been hearing Brock Purdy be described as a game manager, a jag, just a guy, um, you know, just a regular quarterback, basically, not a franchise quarterback. We've been hearing all these things, right, from guys like Cam Newton and so forth. And many, called Cam crazy. They called him jealous, all yada, yada, yada. Cam Newton was right. Cam Newton was right. And yes, in the past, it shows that Brock Purdy was able to step up throughout the playoffs. But overtime came. The 49ers needed him to make a big time play, and they had to settle for a field goal. I think at that moment they knew, whether they wanted to admit it or not, that lost them the game. Because you're not going to win games versus Mahomes settling for field goals. You get in that end zone, you get it done. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. You don't give Mahomes the opportunity to go do what he's going to do. Listen, both teams get the ball in the half, sure, but you got to punch it in. You have to punch it in, and there's no excuse for the way that Purdy finished the game. Throughout the game, he played solid. He played serviceable. Solid and serviceable isn't going to get it done versus Mahomes. You're going to have to find a way to make plays that are, extraordinary. Because guess what? Patrick Mahomes is going to make those plays. Patrick Mahomes did make those plays. And when his team counted on him most, he stepped up. Struggled in the beginning of the game. Picked it up throughout the game. Turned it on when it mattered. And that's what separates the average from the good and the good from the great. And in this case, talking about Patrick Mahomes, now he wins his third Super Bowl championship. We're talking about the good from the great. This man is now an all-time great. He's an all-time great NFL quarterback. We have to call it what it is. I know people wanted to root against him because of this, that, all these factors. They didn't want to see another dynasty. They got pissed off from hearing all of the media coverage surrounding Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, all of that. Hey, I get that. It's quite annoying. But guess what? It doesn't matter. Because strictly football, Travis Kelce got it done. Strictly football, Patrick Mahomes got it done. They put in the work. And to be honest, I'm not surprised, but I'm also just in awe in a sense because looking back throughout this season, many thought, man, Chiefs aren't looking too good this year. They didn't start the year well. But guess what? That was the same case last year. They didn't start the year well. Guess what? It didn't matter. It didn't matter because when it's time for this team to turn it on, you can best believe they're going to do it. Andy Reid got it done. He got it done. And I mean, the analytics showed from the jump, Kyle Shanahan, he doesn't have a good record versus the Chiefs. If I'm not mistaken, he was 0-3 before this game versus the Chiefs. Now he's 0-4. It was either 0-3 or 0-2, one or the other, if I'm not mistaken. But simply put, Andy Reid, best coach in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in the NFL. Travis Kelce, best tight end in the NFL. What can we say, folks? What can we say? All of the hearsays, all of this and that, all of that outside noise, it didn't matter at the end of the day. Because, like I said in my preview with my guys, Kalani Bugs and Jalen Graham, those are my guys. I told them straight up, I could sit up here and make it simple. One team has Patrick Mahomes and one team doesn't. Just like back in the day. One team had Brady, one team didn't. You think I'm going to pick the team that doesn't have Brady? Use common sense. Use your brain. Folks, we're witnessing a new dynasty in the NFL. We're witnessing a new dynasty. Whether you like it or not, the Chiefs are the new NFL royalty. They are the new NFL dynasty. And it's going to take a lot to dethrone them because Mahomes got this together. He got this done with an inferior offense and arguably an inferior defense. Watch what's going to happen when the Chiefs front office says we're going to reconstruct some contracts, make some more cap space. We're going to go in free agency and pick up some guys, some dudes, not just Jags, not just a guy, but the guys. Watch what's going to happen. They got it done with Jags, just a guy. They got it done with Jags all over the roster. Let's call it what it is. Rashid Rice, that's who their receiver one was outside of Kelsey. This guy, Rashid Rice, played amazing. Don't get me wrong. But is he a receiver one on most teams in the NFL? No, he's not. But guess what? It didn't matter because Patrick Mahomes got it done with the guys he was given. And he didn't throw his teammates under the bus. He kept pushing. I respect it. I respect it wholeheartedly. And just wait for when this man gets some help. Just wait for it. That offense could be so much better. It could be so much better. Shout out Pacheco too. Ran hard all game. Hardest runner in the NFL. Hardest running back in the NFL. He runs hard every single play. He gives his all. I got to give respect to him. Amazing effort. But for sure, Patrick Mahomes deserves this. He deserves the Super Bowl MVP, his third of his career, the third of his career, and 300 plus passing yards, several touchdowns. The man's a baller. And I think this game really displayed that just when you think you got him, just when you think you got Mahomes, he slithers out of it. Just when you think you got him, guess what? He's loose. Just when you think you got him locked up, guess what? He is free. I'm your host, Tyrus Filson. This is the Fourth and Goal Sports Show. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, as well as follow to the Fourth and Goal Sports Instagram page. Please be sure to comment down below what your thoughts are from the results of this Super Bowl matchup between the 49ers and Chiefs. Another thing, it was an amazing halftime show. Got to shout out the halftime show. That was an amazing performance. But also, too, I got to shout out yet again Kalani and Jalen. I want to shout y'all out because y'all picked the 49ers. I picked the Chiefs. Y'all looked at me crazy. Well, who's crazy now? Hey, don't debate the professionals. I do what I do. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm your host, Tyrus Filson. Peace.